Hello, hello, hello. Welcome, Titan Army, to another auspicious Saturday. We've got our affiliate tournament, round 1 of 2. We're going to have our back-to-back affiliates next weekend as well. But first, we've got to crown our bracket champions for our 2 brackets for today, and then determine an overall winner for this round. I'm Nugget, and I am somehow joined by Ross, who was live streaming last night for our Creator Clash event that happened in India. So, cheers to you, Ross. I can't believe that you're alive.
We alive. Got a little bit of food, a little bit of coffee, a little tiny nap, and we're ready for more Titan action.
Let's go. Let's go. We've got 2 brackets, like I said, that we need to determine the winners of. Our first bracket. Our first 2 players up, climbing the ranks. We've got Nero playing the Spike Titan Heya number 1. Their opponent is going to be Chaotic Flux. New to the top of this tournament, new to the top of a bracket here, so congratulations. Well played. Chaotic Flux going to be playing the Spike Titan Vacheron. So a Spike Ditto to kick things off for you all today.
Super spiky.
Super spiky.
There's been a lot of talk about Spike recently after this patch. Mm-hmm. We know the jokes on you ability has been fairly polarizing, but I think Spike has a lot going for it, even if these 2 or 3 Spikes, I guess, aren't playing in that direction. It's pretty fun element to watch at this point.
Agreed.
Yeah, what's
Spoiler
up, chat?
For the second bracket, we do have another Spike Titan.
Oops.
Oopsies.
Daniel, BVT, Heya. Lots of people, three fine folks that hung out with me this morning already. Who else in the chat? Everybody say what's up, hello. We're glad you're here for some affiliate action on affiliate number 1 of the month. Like Nugget said, you'll have affiliate number 2 next weekend with a very interesting rule set. Sort of. Well, I don't even want to call it elimination because it's not. You actually lock in Titans as they win. So after you win with the Titan, you can't play with it for the rest of the best of 3, and you have to win with 2 different Titans to move on. It's going to be fun. Shout out to the affiliate hosts and the team that makes that clock tick. Cheers. All right. We're getting these players lined up here for bracket 1. Did we say whether this is best of 3, or what? I always get it mixed up.
Yes, our matches here to determine our bracket are definitely best of 3. We will confirm what grand finals format will be.
So we don't have any more show matches like last time.
Okay. We got a best of 5 confirmed
this
for
just
our grand finals. All right. These players are matched up now. First option select to either toss that first hand. Here we go. Let's see what Spike builds we've got here. We've got Prodder. We've got the same shield on both. We got Prodder, and then Heya number 1's rocking Spike. What's that gauntlet, Ross?
The one that has pierced the flesh. I don't remember.
Yeah, that one.
Hiding placed. Getting some defense, getting some sort of wildness. We do see the web shield on both players. Don't play Alchemist on turn 1. Yeah, we saw that. We saw that actually work out for a player this morning.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yes. So a lot of the creators were, had played maybe single digit number of games before this morning. So it was fun to watch them develop as it went. All right. Vacheron and Heya number 1. Facing off here. Spike v Spike. It does. I mean, they both played not necessarily a telling number of scrolls on turn 1. So we're not locked into this sort of long-term stall strategy that I think Spike has assumed recently. I'm not mana drain. Gonna get Heya number 1 under 100 mana, but they got Healing Well popped for next turn and the turn following. Deadeye, great new scroll. And Titan Bliss to keep Vacheron in above 50% health. Pretty healthy here. Honey to my ears. I've never had honey in my ears, but it sounds terrible. Hey,
It sounds gross.
It does sound gross.
Sounds sticky.
Even when I say it, I feel a little icky. Lisana, it's going great. It's great to have you here this morning. Kemor in the chat. What up? What up? What up? Hello. Welcome. Run for cover. Another new fan favorite scroll. Oh, cancels the temporal shift. Which is why both of these players are playing this offhand shield. It has a temporal shift and a bind keyword scrolls. Disarm trap, going to give some debuffs. Sorry, or remove. Yikes. Debuffs, but then removed.
All right, stats wiping away here. We've got baseline numbers. 2 points in the surge meter for both players. Doesn't seem to be really part of the game plan here. But Vacheron could be healthier.
Yeah, this could very well be the end turn here. There's the spit from Heya number 1. Might be getting just enough mana to close this thing out. What's the scroll? Spike ball for 35. Not quite there with the 64 defense. Vacheron stays alive. Quill Spray, though, is going to finish it.
Yep.
And Heya number 1 takes game number 1 of bracket number 1. What a match.
Well played, Nero. Well played, Chaotic Flux.
Yeah.
Again, this is
not a stall in sight.
No, not a stall in sight. Scrolls were played. That's for sure.
That's right. No one had to jokes on you and then get real hurt about it, you know? Not that couldn't have been part of the game plan. We did see Temporal Shift try to be played. For those that don't know, it's a scroll effect that for the remainder of turn, you don't take any damage, and you actually resolve all of that damage when damage resolves the next turn. So it's a way to prolong the inevitable or try to eke out just enough time to switch the tides and have your opponent die instead. Pretty rad. I like the effect. It's kind of crazy. But all in good fun. Here we are. We're back with game 2 of bracket 1. Vacheron versus Heya number 1. Spike v Spike. I don't know how game 1 could have gone much differently. It was a stats roller coaster. That was pretty notable.
Yep. Stats all over the place, but pretty steady marching for Heya number 1.
Yeah, nothing truly revolutionary, I don't feel like, about the gameplay in terms of, utilizing these new scrolls to do things that we haven't seen before. There's that main hand weapon from Heya number 1.
Spike ball, spike slash. The answer back. Oh, heavy carve.
That's going to smackaroo. Oh, seek and destroy. There it is.
Ooh,
So we are going to see Acheron lose a scroll, which is sort of, I think most, yeah, the joke is on you, suckers.
Joke's on you.
I feel like that is what most people's complaint is about that effect, is that there is no way to play around it. You can only play 4 scrolls per turn, and you have 5 in your hand. So that is the most frustrating bit. And we just saw it in action. Acheron had to toss a scroll. Still played 4 last turn. Still got punished for it, but you hope that it's one that you're not necessarily counting on for the rest of the match. There's the temporal shift.
Finally gets it out. Caltrop's going to add that spiked keyword. Pierce the flesh, adding some additional damage.
So Acheron will not be dealing any damage this turn. They still will get all of their buff and debuff effects from their scrolls, but the damage will not resolve until the end of next turn. Some stomp. If they're alive, Acheron taking some heat here. Energy Strike going to get a little bit back, but kind of in the danger zone. However, we know that Heian number 1 going to be taking a large chunk of damage at the end of this turn. So if Acheron can just stick in there for 4 scroll slots. But it's going to be, we know that Heia's plan is to finish it here. What you got cooking for us?
And a coin flip for each scroll here. We're back to base stats, so we're mirroring each other.
Oh, bro, under hitting first is going to be massive, getting that plus 30 defense. Oh, disarm trap, though, going to wipe them away.
Yep.
Wiped away, all for naught. Wipe away all status effects. Who's going to finish this first, though? This is getting wild. 53.
It's hard.
Is there another scroll? Is there end of turn?
The end of turn. There it is. Wow.
The shift got shifted.
GG's.
GG's.
Vacheron coming out. Clutching it out there. Just needed to hold on, like you said, Ross. Just needed to survive.
Just four lonely scroll slots later, and all that damage gets poured on.
All right. We've got a game 3 on our hands, ladies and germs.
And again, we did not get to the bottom of the scroll barrel there. It's not. Nope. We did see one Joke's on You play, but maybe not as slow and surely as we might have thought or predicted.
Okay, game 3. Who will move on to face off against the Bracket 2 champion for grand finals?
Hum. I mean, it's super close. Heian number 1 needed 30 damage to close out last turn or last game. Just couldn't scrap it.
Just shy.
That disarm trap was humongous at the end of last match.
Really good pull there.
Yeah, Spike, known for their ability just to tear your base stats to shreds, and you just have to play with whatever's left. Acheron already down in the yellow health and going to take going to get a little bit back here. I was going to say take even more. Holy, but here comes the Earthquake Smash.
Love this new animation too.
Yeah. That scroll is so good. You have to pay for it. You have to pay for it some up front, and then it's like a payment plan after that, But the fact that you don't have to pay it all at the same time is so good.
Right. Coin toss for scroll resolution.
Oh, it's a big one too. Okay, lockdown. Which is funny because if that disrupt would have gotten through first, lockdown I think would have triggered it. So this is actually way more preferable for Acheron. Said you can have the additional attack. I don't care because you can't hit me anyway. There's the spit. Hey, number 1, getting a little bit more disarm trap. There it is. Just peel them all away. Sonic Boom coming through for its classy 87. We haven't seen any super shiftiness no real clever plays yet. I mean, that disarm trap was pretty massive to wipe away a whole bunch of status effects, but nothing, necessarily out of the Spike ordinary just yet. Neither player really in a safe spot. Run for cover, going to keep an extra blanket. Oh, blocked the shift. Again, that happened in game one.
Wow. Yep. Oh, that's a big chunky hit for 89. Shatter Bones going to probably get Vacheron down into the red. Yeah.
Hey, on number one, having to play this turn thinking that they're safe from all this damage, but now they're just tanking it hard. Spike ball for 59. We're down to 60 total for Hey on number one. Ooh, this is risky biscuits.
Yeah, number one here, though, has the agility advantage, at least for now.
That's right. 21 boots to 1 boot. What's going to be their first play to save them, or at least get them out of this hole? This would be the time where you play the temporal shift, but we've already seen that scroll go. It's Spike Slash instead, going to even Stevens on the health totals, it looks like. Caltrop's not going to finish it off. Hey, on number one with a chance with Pierce the Flesh. GG's.
That's it.
Hey, number one takes bracket finals and will move to grand finals to face the winner of our next match.
Well played to both players. That was great. Some great gameplay.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy that we had Disrupt straight into Temporal Shift 2 out of those 3 games. I mean, obviously, with the health totals the way they are, Hey, number one did not want to take the damage from the previous turn, but made it happen anyway. And I think that's my favorite part of that mechanic is it puts an awkward timer on the next turn. You either need to heal up like 200 damage, or you got to get the job done. But then when it gets blocked and so then all of your scrolls resolved, you thought it was going to go a totally different way. You definitely have to grab the throttle and kick it into high gear. All right. We talked about the bracket number 2 finals. What's the result? The result is 2-1 in favor of Hey Ya number one. Nugget, you want to hit those bracket 2 finalists again?
Yes. Our second bracket, we're going to have Mads Spikeson, played by Banu, a Sky Titan, versus 1874, the Spike Titan, played by Kamor.
Ooh. A juicy matchup.
Sky could ditto in grands.
Yeah, Sky was I'd say, I don't know, people were excited about its aerial assault keyword, and I feel like it was sort of understated because people were like, oh, well, Sky always has the higher agility, so they always go first anyway. But then some tides have shifted, and actually Attack Sky, using the attack ability or stat, has been popularized recently. So you don't always have the highest agility anymore, and that effect becomes really, really good.
Yes. Because
you essentially have the highest attack at all times, and you have the highest agility at all times.
Yeah.
And that is a pretty smacky-rific combo.
Smacky-rific indeed.
Smacky-rific. I mean, we've been talking about the smacky emote for... I'm not going to call it years, but it feels like years. We need to get our Twitch affiliate status popping, because I'm ready to spam some emotes in the chat. People are already calling the Spike v Spike Ditto. I don't know, y'all. Sky can do some incredible things.
It's true. I think the capacity for Sky that we have seen now, it kind of feels right like what you were talking about earlier with the attack strat build. It almost feels like a Dawn hybrid or the
Mm-hmm.
Dawn play style. But now you just get all of the added benefit of also resolving first. So who knows?
Yeah, it's funny because Sky has a few scrolls that buff both agility and attack. And so it was almost like designed to be teeter-tottering on those two stats. And the aerial assault keyword just lets you kind of sell out to attack because you're guaranteed to resolve your scrolls first. So whew, wild times. Wild times. I mean, I'm excited. I can't wait. I know there was a lot of I wonder what happened to all the poisons. Let me get my binoculars out and see how far down the bracket the poisons ended up. But that hive keyword, pretty strong. I heard someone say they tied the 390 damage the other day with a hive resolution. Or maybe it was like full turn they did 390, but with the hive resolution. I don't know, but
that's too much damage.
That's a lot of damage. A lot. That's a spicy meatball.
Those are lava numbers. That's spooky.
Those are lava numbers for sure. Speaking of lava, we saw ads on the broadcast this morning, having a good old time over at the Revenant Esports training facility. She was chatting it up with our 8 content creators. If you guys weren't here to watch the Creator Clash, you can watch that back on our Twitch channel. I did a English language restream. So if you want to see sort of what we were seeing from this end, you can watch that in English. If you want to watch the Hindi stream, that is on the YouTube of Reign of Titans India. So both places catch all the action. It was really cool. A touch of alpha was spread. Got to be honest. Touch of alpha and the elusive Reign of Titans plushies were on site. They were on site.
Oh yes.
Speaking of on site, we've got bracket 2 finals.
Here we are.
We got Mad Spike's son and a 1 in 9 coming at you here. The Webbed Shield making another appearance, but this time with Champion's Axe, I think that is. And then we have the Golden Shield and Oaken Shield combo. Looking like a good old-fashioned forest build, but we know better, chat. Run for cover, a purely defensive scroll, dodges the next. Oh, it gets Shrapnel, which is another highly used new scroll from the most recent balance patch.
Earthquake Smash still goes through, puts up a chunky 87.
Yeah. And 1 in 9 heals up at the end of turn, as to say, maybe I'm trying to be here for a while, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean.
Mad Spikeson definitely boosting that attack stat and that agility stat. We've got a firm control there. 1 in 9, though. 52 on the defense. Pretty solid. Furious Wind's going to bump that number even more. 80 on the attack stat.
Ooh. 80 attack is wild, but so is 52 defense. And a Brick Wall Mirage going to bust up that mana drain. I think they'd almost rather grab a damage scroll there, but mana drain probably the second best target. Oof, Spike Shield just selling out for max damage.
And that surge meter is online for Mad Spikeson.
The flashing red bar. Music to my ears.
Not honey?
Not honey. No. No honey in the ears. All right. What do we have here? Claw's going to resolve first. That's a big damage scroll. 90 buckaroos. Nugget, what can you think of that has the odds 1 in 9? The name is intriguing to me.
Yeah.
1 in 9. It's like the odds of me getting past round 1 of the tournament. That seems fairly accurate. Alchemist, man, 1 in 9 is playing, just pulling out all the stops here. And the plus 30 at the end of turn. 13 scrolls left for 1 and 9. Definitely going to be something to watch out for. Mad Spikeson is I would probably say not planning to slow down. Ooh, Flying Menace, one of the biggest buff scrolls in the Sky Arsenal. Fracture going to bring it down just a hair. Titan Meditation going to wipe away some of the additional fluff. And now it's time to lay on the damage. Oh, diving for prey.
That'll hit hard. Triple digits.
Triple digits, Samake's. 1 and 9's got to be sweating a little bit here. 215 can be deleted pretty darn quickly.
Yeah. Mad Spikeson is behind on the scroll count, however. 1 and 9 leading by just 1. So could come down to something like that. 20 attack stats. Not going to do much for 52 defense, though.
Mad Spikeson totally willing to spend the 50 health to deal that damage. Putting up a disrupt. 1 and 9. Oh, going to stop the tail strike. But ultimately, still going to have to take the Wings of Order here. And because we've seen the future, we know what's coming next. But Regeneration going to be doing well to stay alive. No escape. What a massive scroll. But with the stats down to 0, not much to be had. Now, this is where things get kind of crazy, especially if Joke's on You is coming out. When you have all the scrolls in front of you, that is when and they play Temporal. They take no more damage that turn, and then they erase all the rest of your scrolls.
Yep.
That damage will never get resolved because the game is over.
Pretty devastating combo.
That's dirty. That's dirty. However, Mad Spikeson was only 1 scroll off. I mean, if they had just a touch more damage, that match was going to be over because there was 1 scroll that had to resolve before the temporal was put down. Temporal shift. So 1 and 9 up 1-0. Going to have to close this one out. Mad Spikeson going to have to win 2 in a row. Looks like we did get a secondary weapon swap from Mad Spikeson. We have the ultimate damage sellouts offhand called Spike Shield. Gets put in instead of the, I think it was Web Shield that was on earlier.
We also have the Prodder out for 1 and 9.
The Golden Prodder.
Yes.
So no more Shield Bash threat. 1 and 9 able to fully sell out to this long game plan. Prodder going to be used for its debuff abilities, which, you know, is in their opinion more important than those Shield scrolls from Shield last match. We'll see how it goes. Anything goes is what they call it, chat. You can change anything except for your scrolls and your stats, of course, but you can change your weapons. You can change your deck in this best of 3 format. Furious Winds is going to increase Mad Spikeson's attack and agility for the remainder of this game, which is crazy to find it in your second hand. Not crazy. It's not unheard of. Oh, my smackers.
122 for the Earthquake Smack. Wow.
Whew. That is wild. And and this is why it's crazy. Look how much mana Mad Spikeson still has, because they only have to pay some of that up front. Then they put something like Mana Well down, and it's like their credit card just got paid off for the next 2 months. I wish my credit card would get paid off for the next 2 months.
That'd be sick. Wonderful.
Yeah, right? We'll finance the rest. Just put down 40 mana now and 20 mana for the next 2 turns.
All right, Mads Spikeson with the Surge Meter online. Are they going to utilize or just keep trucking along? Alchemist comes out from 1 and 9 here, staying real healthy.
And look at
Disarm
that, purging
trap.
away those negative effects. Speaking of purging away negative effects with Disarm Trap, Titan Bliss as well. 1 and 9, clawing their way back up to the top of the health bar. Mad Spikeson started this turn with claws, which did a huge number of damage, but just could not break through, especially with those stat buff removals in the middle of that turn. What's it going to be? 105 mana to 160 as we start this turn. Ground pound. Lower the defense even more for 1 and 9, but run for cover going to keep them safe from the next attack. Ooh. Which is going to be wind blow. Best case scenario for Mad Spikeson. You still get the other effects. You just don't get the 8 damage or how little that was going to do. 107. Oh, there's the prank. Going to peel off even more stats. Scroll count's getting down to that dangerous level.
Yep,
but so is 1 and 9's health total.
That's probably the lowest we've seen it. Between game 1, they were very healthy for the majority of that first game.
And we've seen 1 and 9 play a pile of healing scrolls already. I can't imagine they have, that many left. Flying Menace is going to make this turn even scarier. Burrow Under going to give a defensive layer of protection for 1 and 9, but they still got to be sweating. Oaken Shield. All right, they're not sweating anymore, chat. 72 defense going to be probably enough. Even for the axe throw to peel away defensive layers. Meditate, getting them back where they want to be. And now let the games begin, says 1 and 9.
Final 4 scrolls for 1 and 9. 6 left to Mad Spikeson.
Let the games begin. Mad Spikeson going to resolve first with that 37 agility, but they have no attack right now, which is interesting. Moving all buffs. So all of that defense pulled off of 1 and 9. There's the shrapnel. Still neutered, though, based on their own debuffs. Oh, but they're going for it. What's left? Oh, my.
Oh, boy. 71.
Now, this is crazy because 1 and 9, even if they have the Iron Maiden to start the temporal shift and then Joke's on You, even if they have it, they have to endure one more scroll from Spikeson. So does Spikeson have 71? They do not. They play Resolve, then a Mirage.
Oh, that's devastating. The Mana Drain.
Extra credit. The Mana Drain would have saved the Joke's on You hiding place here.
And now that was the last scroll.
GG's. The last scroll gets pitched in the bin, burned, caught on fire, and 1 in 9 sneakily getting by and moving to grand finals play another Spike. That's textbook right there. Textbook. Yep. Well played to both players there. Textbook. Joke's on You. Red Zoid, that game ended because Spike's what was it? Spike's son something ran out of scrolls. The Joke's on You keyword threw them all away. Caught them ablaze. That was close. That was
real close.
I would have been so puckered up if I was the 1 and 9 at that point. I'd say their success rate with that combo is better than 1 and 9. That is for certain. We just saw it happen.
Yeah.
Twice in a row. Which it got wild. All right. Seems like table might be set for grand finals. 2 spikes.
Yep. We've got 1 and 9, played by K-More. going up against Heya number 1, played by Nero. So we've got a Spike Ditto for you for the top of the pyramid for the grandest of finals today.
Yeah. And even if it is a Spike Ditto, they played very differently. I mean,
Yes.
we'll see how they face off against each other, because I feel like the Spike Ditto in bracket 1 finals was a harder place to, like, it was sort of more rock, paper, scissory, since you don't know if your opponent is also going to stall. But in bracket 2 finals, versus Sky, there's not really such thing as Sky stall, unless I'm really behind the times. But Spike sort of knew that they had that exclusive angle that Sky didn't have. So they really could just stay alive. Stay alive against Sky. As they say in the old Smash documentary, just don't get hit. Just don't get hit. That's how you win games.
Yeah.
But yeah, now that it's Spike v Spike, there is going to be a very rock, paper, scissory, especially with 2 decks available to both players. Things could get pretty dicey, slicey and dicey, if you will. But I'm here for it.
Dicey.
Bring on the grand finals. Again, shout outs to everybody in the Twitch chat. Mine's having a hard time loading. Is that just me?
That's what mine is looking like too.
It still says we're live, but it does. It's just roly-polyin. We will we'll page the viewership and see what's happening. Speaking of viewership, the Reign of Titans India stream on YouTube today was peaked at 1,400 viewers or something crazy.
Let's go.
Yeah.
Good numbers.
Yeah, it averaged out down, closer to probably 500, but even still, 1,400 people learning about Reign of Titans is a number that I can get excited about.
Yes, indeed.
Boom, boom, ba, ba, boom, ba. Nobody has answered me if the stream is dead or not.
I just got another network error.
Yeah, same with me. I've been trying to reload mine for a while. Bloop. Is Twitch down? I mean, that could happen. Twitch outage. Let's check it. Twitch status. All systems operational is what Twitch wants to tell us. That awkward moment when you have to report your own problems. You just say there's no problems. Let's see if I can access any other channels on Twitch. I'm able to load other streams, but I know that doesn't.
Yeah. Well, hopefully y'all took a screenshot already.
Hopefully that is what you did.
Hopefully you already took that screenshot to grab some free titanium. Make sure you head over to the Proofs and Submissions channel on our Discord. Submit that to snag some of that sweet, sweet free titanium. We're going to go ahead and keep talking into the ether here. Hopefully, network gets wound back up. We're going to get our players matched up here for y'all.
Boom, 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 boom. Ooh. What a Saturday. And we do it all again next Saturday.
Absolutely.
Except for it'll be a different format. I'm excited about the affiliate format next weekend. I will be on vacation, unfortunately, but I am excited to see how that's received, Yeah, it looks like we're not necessarily getting the players matched. I mean, we're all here. Twitch is having tech issues. That makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Our bit rate is dead. Yikes.
Whoa.